So I'm live as the
What's
bat.
going on? It's the Bat. It's the Riff-Raff. Duel action. Live streaming. Together.
Okay.
Oh, there goes my guitar. She's going nuts. I was sort of ready, but not really.
Oh, that's
That's all
fine.
good, though.
I'll warm up the crowd.
Warm them up.
Yes.
Man, I know some of my Trump people are going to hate me today. I'm going to be taking a big old steamy poo-poo on Mr. Trump today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's see here.
Alright, let's put this one. So you're obviously enjoying your day off, huh?
Yes.
Nice and chillaxed.
Very. Very chillaxed. I guess I'll wait. Alright. I'm just hanging out. Hanging out by my lonesome.
No one
It'll
in your
take a
stream
minute.
yet?
Huh?
No one in your stream yet?
No, it always takes a little bit.
I've invited people to my stream before, but they never come anyway, so.
I never
Ah,
invite
Jesus.
anybody.
Golden Threat's on today. So Laura Threat, Gold, you got a lot of big streamers on tonight. I picked Wednesday because none of these guys stream on Wednesday, and now they all stream on Wednesday. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change days, I guess.
Now we got it.
And I'm not gonna tell Laura when I'm streaming because he always streams on the same days I'm streaming. Keep Laura on his toes.
Well, he always is fun to compete with. Especially when I'm not wearing the cowl. And then I stream. And he unleashes the hounds. From Scotland Yard. But he lives in Ireland. So it didn't make any sense. I get confused easily.
His
Headset.
little AR sounds.
Yeah, I thought my Bat tablet shit the bed. But it didn't.
Good, good.
You know what? I need to make this place look like a cave.
How are you gonna
Oh,
do that, bub?
oh,
Dim the
you'll
lights.
see. Ah, shit, I stepped on something.
Gotta dim them lights, man.
Oh, I'll dim the lights. Oh, it's not that bright outside.
Katie, what's up? He's all about the attention right now. It's all about you, isn't it?
Now it's a cave. Should probably get a darker towel there, but whatever. There we go. That's better.
Okay, so now I'm gonna got my list of topics right there. Where's my shout out list? Where's my shout out list? What you do with it, JP? Oh.
It's in your mind.
I need to add a couple of names on my list.
I need to add more beer in my gullet. So anyway, whoever's watching, we are going to do a dual stream between Riff-Raff and the Bat. You'll be able to hear him, and he'll be able to hear me. I'm going to fire up the Bat computer, so I'll be able to conversate. It's going to be epic.
Okay. I'm gonna make a new shout out list. I'll at least clean this one up. Maybe not a new one, but yeah. Okay, there's my shout out list. Perfect. I need to bust some fucking trees out. I need to bust that marijuana out. You feel me, dog?
Yes.
Where the fuck is my marijuana, JP? That's a great question.
Oh, ask the wife. She would know.
Passed out. I gave her my sickness.
Oh. Well, that's not good. Coffee table.
Nope, PJs.
Ah.
Yep.
So I say,
My
check your
PJs
pockets.
from this morning. I haven't smoked all
Oh,
day.
Miss Purple. There she is.
I haven't really smoked all day. That tells you right there is my damn bowl is still in my PJs.
Yeah.
I think it's time to puff a little bit, Mr. 420 Bat. And what better time and what better place than in the 420 cave?
Smoking a right-handed cigarette that I will ever so kindly put down.
I'm feeling extra fat today, JP.
Are you?
Extra fat.
You
I
feel
don't know, maybe it
fat?
was... Yeah, I think I overate on the shepherd's pie. Now I'm all like, ugh.
Well, whatever. As long as you're fat and happy.
Fat and happy. That's right, bro. Holy... Calm that rate the fuck down. I don't know how I get all tangled up the way I do, but boy, I do.
So happy Wednesday, Miss Triple Candy.
Excuse me.
Bless you. Gesundheit.
It's her birthday?
No, I said happy Wednesday.
Oh.
Always wish everybody a happy day. Only good vibes in the lounge. Back in a bow. Smoke it. I had a lot of fun playing Killing Floor last night.
I love that game.
That was pretty fun.
It's a good ass game right there.
And then I had the NAT error, so I wasn't able to get back
that's
in the
whenever they called mine, I
parties.
remember.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I remember.
We had a good run going.
Yes. We did, bro. I was actually having a good time. Was you there when Wes was playing with us, or no?
No, I don't believe
It's a good
so.
friend of mine. It's a good friend of mine. It's another guy that I talk to on a daily
Purple
basis.
Candy. Smoke it.
Who the
It's your
hell
turn. Puff, puff, pass.
message me? I received a party invitation from Cobra Commander.
Are you streaming yet?
Yeah, he's a Trump lover. Me, I don't love Trump. I'll report on his bullshit in a hurry. You already know I will. I voted for him and shit, and maybe I made a mistake with a lot of other people. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I know tonight some of the info I'm gonna drop is pretty bombshell.
Bombshell away. I'm waiting to see you on the tiles. Purple.
I'm wondering if the back, we might need his detective skills. Figure out all this mess.
In what manner?
You know, you can analyze it with science.
With science and weed and alcohol.
And we. My guitar's all set, I do believe.
Alright, well let me know when you're up and running. I'll fire up the computer. But until then, I'll just get high with purple candy.
Purple Candy is a fun person to get high with.
Oh, purple. I hope you're dancing for me. You can dance like you want to. You can leave your friends behind. But if they don't dance, and if they don't dance, then they're no friends of mine. Oh, excuse me. I'm okay. I'm putting that down for a second.
Okay.
What?
You said you were putting me down for a second?
No, the pipe.
Oh.
It was being mean. Very harsh. Ooh.
Just microphone. As we're speaking right now, people's worst nightmares are coming to fruition with a disastrous foreign policy bebeing carried out by the United States.
Are you streaming?
No. Doing a sound check, like I said.
Oh, my bad. I'm drunk.
Yeah. Sound checking it out. I'm gonna sound check my guitar now. Things like that.
So I have an idea what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna...
What's that?
Oh, that sounded neat. I'm gonna put you on my back computer and flip it around so everybody can see you with me. And then I'm gonna have you on my phone so I can comment on your shit.
That's fucking dedication. That's smart.
I think that's pretty cool, because I don't have a second television.
Right? Well, I hear that.
Trying a new lookout. Purple, what are you trying? I don't know if I want to see you as a Robin. You could be a Batgirl, but you need to dye your hair red. You need a ginger for that. Nah, I'm just kidding.
It's a little too big. I can't smoke all that one goddamn set. I know people that could, but this one can't. I have asthma.
Where's my cell phone? Or maybe I can use my tablet. Do I have YouTube on my
When I hit the
tablet?
bong like wicked hard and shit, I'll send myself right into an asthma attack.
Or should I be able to watch you straight from PlayStation?
All busted up. That's it. I can't believe everything that's charged. To end it on the time. Let me try to get this. Alright, I guess, going live then.
What? You're going live?
Yeah, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab a drink.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that means I can move my juggling sacks. I can't see with my mask on. So hard to see. Oh, there we go. Putting that there. Darth, where have you been? I've been trying to summon you.
What's up? You have a fever? Let's take his hand.
Oh, fuck you, Bat Computer. Configuring Windows Update. Are you fucking serious? Son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Glasses.
Anyway, I'm waiting for Riff to start his stream up. Because we're going to dual stream. My computer just wanted to reconfigure itself. Whatever the fuck it's doing. It's taking its sweet time, though, I tell you. Taking its sweet time. And Darth has been sleeping. Good. Sleep is good.
You there, big guy?
I feel like I have technology everywhere around me.
Hey. Let's hope I do a good job, huh?
That'll be good.
Riffs, what the fuck happened last week?
Did you see what I titled mine?
What did you title it? No, I didn't.
Said dual streaming, or dual stream Riff and Bat. I titled it Duel.
Duel.
Dual streaming Riff and Bat or something like that. Oh, I just rhymed. Yeah. Purple Candy laughing. Why are you laughing? D-Pay. What's going on? Oh, Riff is here as well.
I'm about to be on, bro.
Alright.
I need some music to start off my stream with today. What should I play today?
Cold Chamber, or no, excuse me. Collective Soul Heavy. That's a good song. You can play that on guitar too, I bet. D-Pain says fucking riff raff, my bro, what's up?
Fucking D-Pain, bro, what's up?
Yeah. We're about to duel it up. He's getting configured. He's gonna be streaming. I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna flip my bat computer around. So hopefully you can see him. And me. Oh, it's gonna be epic. Purple Candy, I call bullshit. What do you call bullshit on? I don't know.
Alright, El Streamio. What is that song? There we go.
Bro.
Sweet.
Yeah, the dual stream W/Riff&Bat.
The dual stream.
Immortal technique. Revolutionary volume 2. Yeah. Broadcasting live from Harlem, New York.
Get out your bowls, people. Get out your marijuana. I got some crazy shit to drop tonight.
You better watch what the fuck flies out of your mouth. or I'ma hijack a plane and fly it into your house. Burn your apartment with your family tied to the couch and slit your throat so when you scream, only blood comes out. I doubt that there could ever be a more wicked MC, cause AIDS-infested child molesters are than sicker than me. I see the world for what it is, beyond the white and the black, the way the government downplays historical facts.
What's going on, people?
To the rise of the Third Reich, just like the CIA.
Duel streaming tonight. Duel streaming. Get your shit together. Get your water. Get your drinks. Get your bowl pack. Get your blunt rolled. And just kick back and let the riff-raff entertain you.
My words will expose George Bush and Bin Laden. Separate parts of the same 7 dragon. And you can't fathom the truth, so you don't hear me. You think Illuminati's just a fucking conspiracy theory? That's why conservative racists are all running shit. And your phone is tapped by the federal government. So I'm jamming frequencies in your brain when you speak to me. Technique or rip a rapper to pieces and
I don't know if this is gonna work. Terrible glare.
What up, my people? Get your buds. About to get a buzz on right now, my friends. Before I start talking about all this craziness. Little T-Pain, I see you, bro.
I hacked the Pentagon for self-incriminating evidence of Republican manufactured white powder pestilence, Marine Corps flak vest with the guns and ammo, spitting bars like a demon stuck inside a piano, turn a Sambo into a soldier, just one line, so hear the truth about the system, fuck up your mind.
Sizzling, what's up?
$1,000 in 1989.
I'm glad you're here. I'm going to be talking about some fucked up shit. And your government is going to be involved in that. I'm tired of your fucking government pushing goddamn political correctness and equality and tolerance down the throats of their civilians while the fucking people are being blown up around them. I can't do it. I can't keep my mouth shut no more.
Trying to find a good spot to put your riff.
Jealous of our freedom, I can't believe you brought that excuse. Back in the motherfucking flag, don't make you a hero. Where's the ground zero? We got protected in heaven. God overslept on the 7th. The new world order was born on September 11th.
That's Riff&Bat. We're dual streaming.
Actually, you do vote. The way that the system is set up, same thing here in the American government. Whether you vote or not, you still have a voice through the Electoral College.
I'm just so conservative, don't take it to heart. I don't think Bush did it.
So it's not that squeaky clean to just be like, well, I didn't vote, so it has nothing to do with me. That's a dodge.
Looking for a way to justify the wolf for its doctrine. As a matter of fact, Rumsfeld, now that I think back, without 9/11, you couldn't have a war in Iraq or the defense budget of world conquest proportions. Kill freedom of speech and revoke the right to abortion, tax cut extortion, a blessing to the wealthy and wicked.
Yeah. Man, I got more shit to talk about. More terrorist attacks to talk about. More bullshit to talk about. Just once I'd like to come on here when I'm talking about my politics and not have to talk about a fucking terrorist attack. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? I told y'all 2 months ago this shit was gonna go down like this. I said this shit was gonna be the summer of rage. Get ready, bro. Get ready. Did I not say that 2 months ago?
FBI, government ties is really running government lies. Read it yourself instead of asking the government why. You say the cause of death, the cause the propaganda to die.
Well, if you're just joining us, I do appreciate you coming in and saying what's up to a brother. Welcome to the What the Fuck Happened Last Week Riff-Raff Random Rant Show. I'm your host, Riff-Raff, and I'm streaming with friends today. Dual streaming. We have my boy 420 Bat. in the Bat motherfucking cave, and he is streaming with me as well tonight. Without further ado, I'm just gonna hit up the Rockstar, because y'all know I got that double R riff-raff from the Rockstar in the house. I am not paid by Rockstar, solicited by Rockstar. Draw your own conclusions. I fulfill my legal obligations. Are we good? And you wonder why I'm talking a mile a minute at the end of this thing. Okay. Politics, it's always the news.
You have a blinking hat.
Theories. What's up with the riff-raff assassin? What up? So, without further ado, let's get into this little shout-out list. Mr. Jelly Jungle, Golden Threat, who I do believe is live right now. Crazy Tools, Fart Socks, Chrissy Hammer, Stephen King Show 420 Club, GPG Club, Delix Live 420, Bat. That's my boys in the stream right now. We got Nikki D, Lovely, Liquid Lola, Dude 125 Hitter, Terminator, Super Dave, Twisted Sense, Pigeon, Laura Croft, Big Crash, Mad Max, Graveyard, Salute, Rock Metal Nation, Listwitz, Ruger Q, Mary Pike, Critter, Nerdy Effect 604, Sam Naga, and Dr. Jekyll. What up, T Steve? How the hell is everything going? You're always welcome, dude. Going to bed. Got a busy day tomorrow. Have a good night, dude. Will do. Will do. Matter of fact, we're going to have a great night. As always, I just want to do a little plug of myself. Unfortunately, because I do talk news, politics, and religion, I cannot monetize my videos on YouTube, nor will I ever be able to monetize my videos on YouTube. The fact that I talk about controversial topics and the fact that YouTube is a private company, they can determine, what controversy is. And every time I try to monetize my videos, they get demonetized. So therefore, Riff Rags and Trends is operational. Support your local media. I also play guitar. I'll be shutting this stream down with a guitar segment. So if any of that interests you, if I, make you laugh or you like the show in any way, shape, or form, go ahead and grab yourself a t-shirt. All right, without further ado, we're going to talk about this man right here, Mr. Donald Trump, fucking up as usual. I told you, man. I told you. I fucked up when I voted for Donald Trump, only in the sense because I didn't understand exactly what was going down. But I'm starting to figure it out. Your boy Riff Raff is starting to figure it out, and I got some things to talk about. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about is his foreign policy. Because the foreign policy, I told you, Donald Trump was going to fuck up in the foreign policy, and which
How is he gonna
fucking up in the foreign policy. Now, I like some of the things that he does for America. I like he abolished the NAFTA trade deal. He renegotiated, abolished TPP, fired James Comey, so on and so forth. He's done some things which I like for America. But when it comes to his foreign policy, that's where me and the Donald have a big, big problem with each other. Because I don't want to arm Syria with arms, with guns and things like that. We have a $460 billion arms deal that we just made with Saudi Arabia, and now we have a brand new thing that just came out that I'm going to show you here in just a second. Now, if you're new to the show, please smack that fucking subscribe button. I do this goddamn thing. I do it every week. Every Wednesday, we do a political show. Every Sunday, I do a full guitar show. And then in between, somewhere in the week, we'll throw some comedy or some guitar or something in the middle of all that. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this topic here.
As we're speaking right now, people's worst nightmares are coming to fruition with a disastrous foreign policy being carried out by the United States President Donald J. Trump. This is very important, especially for Trump supporters, to understand that the proxy war that has been going on for years between the United States, Saudi Arabia, Israel, and the Syrian rebels versus Iran, China, Russia, and the Syrian government is escalating on grand proportions. As we're speaking right now, just hours ago, U.S. coalition forces shot down a Syrian army plane in southern Raqqa. According to the Syrian government, the plane that was shot down by U.S. forces was carrying out operations against ISIS in the countryside of Raqqa, was targeted, leading to a crash and loss of a pilot who is currently missing. The United States issued its own statement saying that the U.S. military says that the warplane was shot down because it was dropping bombs near U.S.-backed fighters inside of Syria.
I don't know how many times you've stuck up for me, bro. I appreciate that.
Shot down this warplane, and according to some journalists and analysis, this area was under ISIS control. And now, because of that, intense clashes have broken out between Syrian army forces and U.S.-backed forces in West Raqqa. And it's important to note here, this was just done hours before the United States signed a defense pact with the Kurdish forces, who have set their eyes to attacking the Syrian government forces instead of ISIS. What we're seeing here is a grand alliance between the United States, the Kurds, the Syrian rebels, and ISIS against the Syrian government, which is backed by
a lot of
China and Iran.
British friends would disagree.
A proxy war that's being carried out right now in front of their eyes that could become a major global conflict at any moment, especially with Donald Trump taking such aggressive actions, ultimately becoming the air force for ISIS and radical Islamic terrorists in the region. And after that defense pact by the Kurds was signed with the United States.
Now, if some of the things he's saying is not making sense, you remember the 56 or 52 Tomahawk missiles that he fucking fired at the airstrip?
I'm gonna make the party
he didn't
chat
even
open.
break a fucking plane.
What's that?
I'm making the party chat open.
He didn't break any of the planes. Matter of fact, the only 3 planes that he destroyed were actually 3 planes that were being repaired on in the first place. And you can look up Google images on the destruction that happened. It was this little tiny crater in the middle of the Air Force. Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure they were taking planes on the damn airstrip later on that day after they friggin' shot the Tomahawk cruise missiles at it. Now the thing about it is that airstrip was protecting a certain mosque or a certain church, whatever the hell they call that, which was keeping out jihad, the radical forces of jihad, right? Once they were trying to come in and infiltrate the forces. They were the only ones that were pushing them back. And then we destroyed the airstrip, which was supporting them. That's what Trump did. So not only once there, now that was over the chemical attacks. Trump also fucked up when he sent that shit over the chemical attacks. And why did he do it? Reports and rumors say that he reacted because Ivanka Trump was crying over some of the Google images that she saw. Now, I understand that those are really horrific images, but shouldn't we worry a little bit more about, how we delegate this foreign policy instead of just go ahead and send 56 cruise missiles over there every time our daughter cries about something she saw on Google images? I'm just saying, maybe we can act a little more rational about shit like that. Anyways, let's get back into this.
United States, they decided to make the Syrian government and Iranian-backed forces protecting the Syrian government their main sole enemy. This is on the heels of what we reported to you days ago, a video showing how the United States was allowing ISIS fighters to escape safely inside of Syria. Even with confirmed U.S. drones and U.S. air power in the skies during this exodus of ISIS
How you doing,
from the major Raqqa city point, the United States still.
I'm tired of talking about terrorism, man. I really am.
Convoy of known
I wish something else would happen in the news every once in a while.
The party chat's open, everybody.
Just a few days ago, as we reported to you on this channel, Donald Trump decided to launch airstrikes against Iranian militias that were fighting ISIS. It is very clear who Donald Trump decided to take sides with, and it is with radical Islamic terrorists, allowing them, giving them safety, and attacking the people who have the greatest chance of defeating them. Now, I know many people in alternative media calling the term that CNN is ISIS, but from what I've been reporting to you, from every sign that I've been telling you about, that you pro-Trump people have been saying that
I gotta reverse that, because what he just said there is bombshell. Listen to what he's trying to say.
Reported to you on this channel, Donald Trump decided to launch airstrikes against Iranian militias that were fighting ISIS. It is very clear who Donald Trump decided to take sides with, and it is with radical Islamic terrorists, allowing them, giving them safety, and attacking the people who have the greatest chance of defeating them. Now, I know many people in alternative media calling the term that CNN is ISIS, but from what I've been reporting to you, from every sign that I've been telling you about, that you pro-Trump people have been saying that I was wrong about, that I was just sensational, that I should give him a chance on, that he's playing 4D chess. What is ultimately happening is that Donald Trump, your supposed anti-establishment candidate, is with ISIS. It should be Trump is ISIS and not CNN is ISIS, because Trump is actually doing the things empowering these radical Islamic terrorists in the Middle East, allowing them to win and protecting them. And the scary part is, we don't see this mentioned either in the alternative media or even in the U.S. mainstream media, which is hell-bent on attacking Donald Trump, but won't bring up this important news. Won't connect the dots like we have been on this YouTube channel and tell you from the very beginning since Donald Trump took office that he is personally helping the spread of radical Islamic terrorism. But if the mainstream media won't bring it up, if the alternative media that it's latched on to Donald Trump won't bring it up, this is a major significant step towards war, not only by Donald Trump, but also the Iranians, who are fed up and just fired ballistic missiles at ISIS in the east of Syria. Russia is also warning the United States after shooting down the Syrian airplane, calling
What's up, Lazy? How you doing, man?
and saying
How you doing,
now
brother?
on that Russia
Hope everything's good with you, bro.
in Syria
Right now, the topic is we're shitting on Trump's foreign policy.
Washington and Moscow have been suspended immediately after this incident. This is just moments after Russian fighter jets intercepted U.S. bombers that were flying over its border in the Baltic Sea during more NATO exercises, simulating a full all-out war between NATO and the United States against Russia. And what is Donald Trump doing in the middle of this global geopolitical disaster? Well, he's tweeting about his approval ratings. Oh yeah, and also admittedly, knowingly selling weapons to countries that are accused of funding terrorism that he himself said was funding terrorism, like Qatar.
The nation of Qatar, unfortunately, has historically been a funder of terrorism.
Like he did with Qatar, and
just like he did with Syria, just like he did with Saudi Arabia. When the 9/11 attacks happened, this was like back in the 90s. He said that Saudi Arabia could have had ties with that, and through the works of the alternative media, a lot of the Saudi Arabian officials have been leaked out to the point where the families that were victimized by 9/11 have been able to sue certain members of the Saudi Arabian families that were supposedly affiliated with it. So I just find it incredibly interesting to myself that Trump is willing to go out onto a limb and say, let's fight radical Islam, and, Saudi Arabia is behind 9/11, but then sign a $460 billion arms deal with Saudi Arabia. Does that fucking make any sense to any of you?
Not really.
The same goes for Saudi Arabia, which he claimed financed terrorism during his presidential bid, but now has completely aligned himself with that terrorist financing country, giving them a major weapons deal, the largest weapons deal in world history, as they commit more human rights violations. As just yesterday, they killed 24 Yemeni civilians in Said.
Back in the early 1900s.
Support of the UK and American government.
Fuck you, American guns. Hey, take it easy.
The Saudi Arabian U.S.
This American understands where my tax dollars went and why the migrant crisis is happening. Trust me, I get it. And let me tell you this, from one American to somebody who I think is pretty goddamn cool, if that is the real pigeon, by the way. Listen, I know where American tax dollars are going, and I fucking apologize. I can't help the fact that my American, hard work and the sweat off my brow was sold to the Middle East in order to create the proxy wars that led the migrant crisis through Lebanon into your country.
Hey, pigeon.
I can't fucking stop that, but I
The
understand
bat
it.
disapproves the pigeon.
And I'm sorry. And
You
I'm
want to
sorry.
make enemies?
And now this very same
Fuck
message
off.
That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Further than his previous predecessor,
What the hell's wrong with you?
Obama, who we all know.
Fuck your squirrely ass
started
teeth,
the
pigeon.
rise of ISIS
Jesus
in Saudi
Christ.
Arabia.
Use a
Now, Trump,
dentist from time to
following
time.
orders,
Fuck off.
You're the fake
as
T-Steve.
George W. Bush, as Barack Obama,
You're the fake
as
pigeon. You're the fake
President Clinton,
T-Steve.
driving this country towards more meaningless
I'm the fake
war,
Riff
more
Bat.
conflict,
Your breath probably
more
smells like
terrorism, more waste
my
of
shit
taxpayers
after eating
dollars,
chips and
He's the
salsa.
fake
not
420
only
bat.
undermining our national security,
He's the
but
fake
national
420
security
bat.
of the entire world.
Who?
As the world waits for the next
I'm the fake purple.
inside of Syria, I
You're the
implore
fake purple.
all the Donald Trump supporters.
Yeah, we're all
There's
fake
a
here.
fake purple candy.
Wake up to the reality of
I've
the
seen
situation.
it earlier in JP's
because
stream.
it is only
I've
Pigeon
pictured
needs
me
some
and
fake
everything.
teeth.
your unwavering
Get rid of them
support
squirrely things.
that is allowing him to think that he could get away with it. Only when he's got the worship
T-Steve, what's up, man?
idols and presidents and figures that we give all of our power to will we fully understand what's
I didn't think you were. I could tell by your
and the true
comments.
picture of the situation is that there's a bigger plan here that's being carried out regardless.
I'm doing good, man. Just shitting on Trump's foreign policy. I can't
And
fucking
will
stand
only
it.
continue if we don't wake up to the reality of the situation. I want to thank you guys for watching,
Thank you, man.
supporting real
Have a great night,
independent
man.
media. Your donations on wearechange.org, whether they're through mail, Bitcoin, or PayPal, mean the world to us and allow us to devote our
All right,
time.
well, he's talking about supporting his channel, and I totally agree with that. A lot of these guys, with the adpocalypse that YouTube calls it and whatnot, where a lot of these guys are getting their ads pulled and, different, like AdSense. AdSense is not working with them. Certain Patreon accounts have been closed due to conservative opinions. Again, I'm not even conservative. I'm more of a classical libertarian in a sense, where I like, true trailblazers, shit like that. But somewhere along the fucking line, when I started defending myself and the way I think and shit, I became a goddamn conservative after Trump took office. I don't know how the hell it happened, but it happened. So anyways, Trump fucked up with the foreign policy. Surprise, 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 huh? I fucking knew this shit was gonna happen. And people are asking me, yeah. Yep. Yep. And they're talking
I'll
about
be right back.
giving $460 billion to Saudi Arabia. They're gonna, you know, we are yet. Let me just tell you this: we have more boots on the ground. America is on more beachfronts right now than we were back in World War I. Shit is popping off. Shit is happening. We got like 36,000 troops in South Korea right now. I mean, everything is just spelling disaster, you know, and they're gearing up for civil war. Operation Jade Helm is in full effect. They got FEMA regions all set up and ready to go. A lot of the Walmarts have been cleaned out. They're all set up and ready to be turned into FEMA centers when, you know, during the whatever, this event. And when you talk to one of these military personnel, one of these officers, and ask them what the Jade Helm operation is all about, they say it's for constitutionalists. So, IED, guys like me. Finsbury Moss Terror. Okay. Now, this is the type of shit that's really getting on my nerves. Every other goddamn week, I'm talking about a terrorist attack. And now, recently, especially this last week and this week, it seems to be happening every other goddamn day. And the thing that's really pissing me the fuck off is that I even caught them red-handed. I lost the video in the archives, but eventually when you're poking somebody in the chest for so long, they're gonna poke back. You know, retaliation. For every action, there's an opposite reaction. Every time. And when you have the Ariana Grande bombing, when you have the dude that did the whole thing at the London Bridge and all that, and, you know, and everything else, I put the list up 2 weeks ago. I put the list up, and it was too much to even talk about. It's embarrassing, really, all this terrorist attacks that we're letting happen. I think it's been like almost 2,000 deaths so far in 2017 alone that we are talking about here. And the thing that really upsets me is that the terrorist attack, when it happens, it's like 2-3 days later, oh, we don't want to say it's a terrorist attack. We don't want to say it's Islamic. Oh, we don't want to say it's ISIS. Meanwhile, Al Jazeera, ISIS is just like, yeah, it was us. Woo! It was us. You got a flat tire. It was ISIS, right? There's everything going on. So what I don't like is when the good old boys, British males, London males, Irish males get together and then burn down apartment buildings in which these people are living in, or burn down mosques in which these people are huddling in, and you know, setting up their plans and their schemes. I mean, you saw one of the mosques. A lot of the mosques that get shut down, they're pulling rocket launchers out of that bitch, Molotov cocktails, IED bombs, AK-47s. You know, they are pulling out the shit. You know what I'm saying? And Steven Crowder was another guy that I thought was really cool. Steven Crowder had, he was prank calling a lot of these mosques. He was trying to create a video to prank call some of these mosques to see if they would take in refugees. You know what I'm saying? Because it was supposed to be funny. And none of them answered their phone. Even, they didn't even have an answering machine. One would even think that they're just a business front. I'm just saying. So whenever these good old boys get together and retaliate back against where these people are living, or where they're going to church, or where they're working, then that's when CNN, or that's when ABC or NBC or MSNBC News has a field day with it. And I caught them red-handed. Not only did a guy in a cell phone capture CNN staging, remember the fire that happened? And then there was like 600 people that got hurt, and they were trying to say it was all the women and children and shit. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't want to challenge that, but what fucking women and children? You've seen all the migrant crises. You've seen the long list, or the long line of people walking across these fields. Where the fuck are the women and children? You show me. You show me. We could look up video after video. Where are the women and children? So anyways, long story short, they huddle a bunch of Muslims that didn't even have anything to do with the goddamn fire because some journalists did some research on and did some facial recognition on them. Some of them didn't even live in the building. They just got a bunch of Muslims together, had them all huddled together in the middle of the street, put the camera real close up onto them, even wrote signs, hand wrote signs for them to hold up to the camera, and then fucking reported that as if it was news. And thank God for cell phone technology, because a guy on the side with the cell phone caught the whole fucking thing happening. So I'm sorry if, I'm not sympathizing. I'm sorry if, anger is my response. I feel like it's the correct response. I'm tired of political correctness and tolerance and equality being shoveled down everybody's fucking throat every time somebody gets blown up. Do you like Tommy Robinson, T-Steve? Yeah, I like him quite a bit myself. At least he has balls, T-Steve. He's chasing these motherfuckers down in the street. He's got death threats. People have been trying to kill him. He's been ran off the road. At least he's got some balls. Where are the balls? Where are the balls, man? Where are your guys? Where are the real men?
Thank God. There's a bad approve.
You are just shut down. You are accused of being just a monger of fear. You're accused of being, what's the word I'm looking for? A conspiracy theorist. That's the label they like to put and say you're a bit mad, and they like to put you in a corner. So yeah, you're a bit mad, and then whatever you say, even if it's true, people just say, oh yeah, that's that weird guy who likes conspiracy theory.
Yep. Well, conspiracy theory was invented back in the 50s and 60s by the FBI to discredit anyone seeking the truth. It's a clever use of language.
Yoda approved.
Misinformation, disinformation. And you're an intelligent guy, you know the difference between misinformation and disinformation.
Sometimes, man, with the technology so good nowadays, it's hard to tell the truth, because when the final piece hits the news, it looks good. It really does, man. It's hard to tell sometimes.
Here's how you brainwash. You use one piece of truth and 9 lies. Now, because there's one piece of factual truth in there, you'll believe the 9 lies.
I want to watch this piece on Paul Joseph Watson about the Fishberry moss terror, and you're gonna see some of the statistics that he'll pop up here. It's pretty alarming.
A right-wing terrorist drove a van into a group of Muslims near a North London mosque. Disgusting, tragic, reprehensible. But wait, I thought the reasonable way to respond to terror attacks was just to unite and love everybody. Why is everyone so outraged? I mean, surely we should just tweet, pray for, hashtags, light candles, arrange pop concerts, and sing Don't Look Back in Anger. Maybe our main concern should be white people being stereotyped and harassed. Maybe we shouldn't antagonize violent right-wingers because they might get offended and carry out more attacks. Maybe we just aren't giving violent right-wingers enough roles in movies. Maybe violent right-wingers just haven't been hugged enough. Surely we should just carry on exactly as before. I mean, that's what happens after every other terror
That's what
attack.
They said after
so
the
why
Ariana.
change now? But seriously.
See, that's the shit that pisses me off. Carry on. Keep calm and carry on. That's exactly what they said at the Ariana Grande contest, and people were buying it. They were fucking buying it. And the other thing that pissed me off is one of the ladies who saw this guy, because this guy stuck out like a sore thumb. You know what I'm saying? Seen the dude, reported suspicious activity, and you know what? The security guard didn't do anything about it. You want to know why? For fear of being a fucking racist.
Islamic terrorists have killed 1,263 people in the last 23 days alone. To equate the sporadic threat of right-wing terror with the mechanized, industrial level of bloodshed carried out in the name of Islam is intellectually dishonest and crass. Every death is a tragedy. Every attack is an outrage. But for the left to be selectively outraged about only this, they're making excuses every time there's an Islamic massacre, is rampant hypocrisy. In just the time people were reacting to this, there were 2 more attempted Islamic terror attacks in London and Paris. Violent extremism of any kind is unacceptable, but the threat posed by right-wing terror and Islamic terror are clearly not comparable.
My thoughts are with those in Manchester and the UK tonight, and I'm disgusted.
Okay, can I just say something about that? This is all you fucking people do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just saying, man, all you people that get on your little Twitters and your little hashtags and your hashtag not all Muslims and all this bullshit, where is your voice? When this shit happens, I don't see anything happening in your Twitter page, in your Twitter followers. Where's your IG then? Where's your Facebook page then? What happened to hashtag not all Muslims? Where's your voice? Why are you not separating yourself from these attacks? I don't get it.
So he's angry about people exploiting terror attacks for political gain. Wonder what he said about this one.
This is a terrorist attack. The perpetrator is a white terrorist. We need to say these things out loud as much as possible.
Right, so not all Muslims are responsible for terrorism, and to even hint there's a connection between Islam and violence is racist. But the first...
Which is exactly what my friend T. Steve just said. If you even question, you're a conspiracy theorist. And then that's amongst your peers and your family. And then you're looking as somebody who's not working or with the grain. You're not going along with the everyday thing. Why? Because you asked a question? Where's your free speech?
If I rang the police and said, hello, yeah, there's a couple of Asian guys, I think they're Muslims, they're hanging about by the Manchester Arena entrance. They say, right, and? They look suspicious. Why? Because they're Muslim? Well, no. Because they're like hanging around and they're not doing anything. Yeah, you're being racist, mate. That's all you'll get. You're being racist. Leave them to do their thing. And then they blow up the stadium, and you ring the police for what I told you. You know. You can't win either way.
No.
You're racist if you do something, you're racist if you don't do nothing.
Whereabouts do you live?
I'm in Birmingham, England.
Yeah. How close is that shit?
Yeah.
Pretty close.
It's a fair distance away from me, but it's far enough away to not be too concerned right now. But Birmingham is like the second capital.
Well, you're not naive, you know. And same here. Why do you think I'm talking about it? Because I'm not naive, and I'm fully aware of the fact that can easily come here, and it's not. If it's not
it's
here
some
already,
scary shit.
It's not here already.
Exactly. Here's the thing: if everyone's like, oh well, that's in that country, it won't happen to us, we'll leave it. And the next person, that's in that country. Eventually, everyone's going to be, oh, that's somewhere else, and then eventually everyone's going to be hit. And at that point, then what?
I have to say, it's really neat hearing a different perspective from somebody that is over there. You know what I mean? You know, I like having different perspectives.
You'd be surprised how many Europeans like the riffraff, man, just because I'm an American that fucking gets it, and I'm not all about my patriarchy.
Then you got the fucker Pigeon, though. Pigeon, he's European. He's a fucking son of a bitch.
Pigeon,
fuck Americans,
cool
blah, blah, blah. It's like, what the fuck?
That was I don't think that was the real Pigeon. I really don't. I don't.
No, that was.
Thing you do after it.
Yeah.
Either way, I've heard him say it on stream anyway.
But that wasn't him anyway. If it was, I'd happily invite him into a party. But it's not there, not alone.
I don't think he'd come in anyways. Let's finish this video.
Continue, Riff.
Anti-American, anti-English.
An attack by a white guy is to point out the colour of his skin to collectively demonise white people.
Mainstream media call it what it is. The Finsbury Park attack was terrorism by a terrorist. Don't downplay the incident because he's white.
Literally no mainstream media outlet is calling this anything other than a terror attack, you utter moron. After this attack, the Independent newspaper actually called the police on Tommy Robinson. More leftists are calling for Tommy Robinson to be arrested than have ever called for actual terrorists to be deported.
I'll just stop. Just for, if you know, there's a few people in here. If you guys don't know who Tommy Robinson is, please YouTube that man. Look him up. He's got some brass balls. And his videos are great. You know, you'll see him getting fucking ran off the road, chasing down racists, rapists. Sorry, not racists. Chasing down rapists and shit. All kinds of stuff, like battling fucking people in front of the courthouse, fighting people. His videos are great. You'll see him. Check him out. Tommy Robinson. Check him out on YouTube.
That's it, kid. J.K. Rowling said the terrorist was radicalised by Katie Hopkins. The Assistant Secretary of the Muslim Council compared Douglas Murray a conservative writer who warns about the dangers of mass immigration, to Anjem Chowdhury, an open supporter of terrorism and a cheerleader for ISIS. No, not comparable. Actual hate preachers directly call for violence. We're trying to stop violence. Pretty big difference there.
When Islamist terrorists attack, we rightly seek out hate preachers who spur them on. We must do the same to those who peddle Islamophobia.
Oh, you mean hate preachers like Anjem Chowdhury, who was given free rein and a platform on television for years to celebrate terror attacks? Hate preachers like Abu Qatada, who was allowed to radicalise terrorists in Britain for over 10 years before being deported. Hate preachers like Abu Hamza, who supported terror attacks, Osama bin Laden, and radicalised known terrorists at the Finsbury Park Mosque for 5 years before he was arrested. Yeah, we really seek out hate preachers, don't we? We really seek out the thousands of known jihadists who roam our streets.
What's up,
No,
Gordon?
we don't. We don't do any of that. Largely because the left has made it politically incorrect to do so. The same people who said nothing should change after endless terror attacks are now calling for all kinds of new laws. The same people who refuse to say Islamist terror jump at the chance to say Islamophobic terror. The same people who rail against surveillance of mosques are now calling for surveillance and imprisonment of journalists and commentators. The same people who say keep calm and carry on are now saying be afraid. No, you don't have the moral high ground. Your insistence that terrorism be ignored has fanned the flames of extremism on both sides. The vacuum left by the refusal to implement actual, rational, legal solutions and genuine border security has been filled by desperate extremists. That's on you. It's not on me, it's not on Tommy Robinson, it's not on Katie Hopkins, it's on you. And who was the first on the scene to exploit the terror attack within hours? Jeremy Corbyn. You know, that's
Thank
odd
you,
because I don't
Steve.
recall
Hope you're
him
doing
visiting
well,
the scene
too.
of the London Bridge attack, Westminster, or Manchester looking sad. Diane Abbott labelled this a terror attack within hours. The Manchester attack that killed and maimed little kids, just an incident. Political violence of all stripes, be it right-wing, left-wing or Islamic, should be denounced. The right disavows its violent extremists. The only institutionalized groups that have legitimized violence in pursuit of political goals are the left and Islamists. And until that changes, you're not in any position
What's going on, buddy?
to
How you doing?
lecture us about violent extremism.
Exactly.
And I'm not here to lecture you about violent extremism either. All I'm here to do is ask a couple questions like, where is your voice? If it's not hashtag not all Muslims, then why are you not separating yourself from these attacks? Where's the assembly? You know? And when the good old boys get up and fucking do something about it, why is that being reported as this sad moment in the days? Oh my God, it's so terrible. You know, when really they're just retaliating because they've been getting blown up in the streets for the last couple of years. I mean, I just don't understand what's going on.
Basically, we're all too scared of that racist label. We're all too scared of standing up and say, right, this will not do. This group of fundamentalists, there are 20 Muslims, 20 Asian men, and one of them is a terrorist. Which one?
I have a question,
Terrorists are political.
real quick.
Religious.
Is
Yeah, I don't
everybody's
think anyone's
voice being
surveyed
shared on
people.
stream?
Actually,
Because if it's not, we're all gonna sound really weird.
Nah, I talk a lot anyways. I'm sure it'll sound fun. So
That was good.
now I'm gonna talk about another fucking terror attack, right? This one just happened today, a couple hours ago. Happened at Michigan airport.
Oh shit.
Bye, JP. I'm gonna go relax for a bit.
Alright.
Alright.
Take it easy, Purple.
Alright,
You
take
guys.
care, Purple Convict.
Bye, Steve.
Yeah. Alright.
So this
But
just
that's what
happened.
it is, though. We're all too scared of that. Oh, sorry, come.
No, I'm just
No, go ahead.
question like this just happened. Like
Yeah, this just happened today.
today. What the fuck? See, I don't watch TV because it's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad.
TV's
Yeah,
bad,
but-
okay.
It makes the bat sad.
Everything is depressing on TV though, isn't it? Murder here, rape there, death here, you know. Bombs here, guns there, blah blah blah. Everything's
Who's
just depressing.
talking? What's your name?
T Steve.
T Steve.
It's just depressing though, isn't it? That sort of thing. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, I live.
don't know if at the same time, you know, the journalist in me loves to friggin' talk about it.
Yeah, but that's the reason though why people don't complain. It's that whole fear of being called a racist. If you say, oh, you know, there's 20 Muslim guys blowing up, you know, an area, and then you know, people question then why you're against Muslims. But how can you not be when every day you read the paper, Muslim attack, Muslim attack, Muslim attack,
I know.
every single one, you get like anti-Muslim. Sorry about that, carry on.
No, different subject. Are you looking at my stream? Do you have any suggestions on the laptop? That's about as good as I can do it. To see
Riff. In a minute, I'll have that now.
Like,
what's up, Bob?
No, I got my laptop pointed at the camera so people can see you while they see me, while I see you on my phone.
Close the lid about 10 degrees.
I hate this guy and his holy.
Got stabbed at the airport.
Right, here we go.
Was yelling.
I don't like his
Alright, so terror attack.
Hold on a minute. So I was gonna wait for it to catch up a little bit. Let's keep going. Oh, that's getting worse, isn't it?
A police officer was stabbed in the neck at Flint, Michigan airport. Reports indicated the attack shouted Allahu Akbar. The incident is being investigated as terrorism. The officer is reported to be in stable condition. I like this one.
Yeah.
The incident is being investigated as terrorism.
Money is a disease.
Isn't that so nice to hear for a change?
A lot of stupid people.
That's good. That's good.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, that seems good.
In stable condition.
Not right there, though. About almost 90 degrees, but
Wednesday morning at
yeah,
Bishop International Airport in Flint. He went to the hospital in critical condition, but now he's in stable condition. The officer was taken to the hospital.
Apparently he's in stable condition. He's not dead.
Police said the officer is in critical condition. However, his condition has been upgraded to stable.
So stable.
Police
Yeah, okay,
identified
so he
the
is in
injured
stable
officer as Lieutenant Jeff Neville. Bishop International Airport was evacuated and is closed. The Canadian-born suspect shouted Allahu Akbar before stabbing the officer.
Canadian-born? That's fucking suspect. Where's Tyrell? Where's Tyrell when you need him?
Taken into custody. The airport released the following statement.
Where's Fissy C, the singing gamer? What the hell is Canadian breeding terrorists for, Fissy C? What's going on?
The FBI is leading the investigation. The Flint City Hall began operating under
what happens to Canadians being passive aggressive?
After the incident. Right now, we are still awaiting more information about the situation at Bishop Airport this morning. Flint Mayor Karen Weaver said, "It seems like America's gotten used to Islamic jihad."
Oh, shut the fuck up. That's what we cannot allow to happen. We cannot get used to these terrorist attacks. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to beat us down with this shit. They're trying to condition us. This is a mental conditioning. Is what we're all going through right now. Don't let them condition you.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's that whole bullshit of keep calm and carry on. Don't let them see your beat. Don't lose your cool, etc., etc. Don't be human is what they're really saying.
No, fight your empathy. Fight your empathy.
Yeah. Don't be human.
Alright, so I'm going to get off the terrorist attack because we've been talking about that for like 30-35 minutes now. So, but Jesus Christ, man. Terror. It's getting a bit much. Don't let them condition you. Make sure anger is the correct response. Make sure you get excited about that stuff. Because I got to tell you, when I heard about the Ariana Grande bombing, when my friend first told me about that shit, like, it didn't affect me whatsoever. Matter of fact, it wasn't until the next day that I woke up and I was upset. And I wasn't even upset about that. I was more upset about myself not being shocked at the fact that a bunch of little girls just got blown up.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I got pissed off as soon as I heard about it, because it's a teen popper concert. A bunch of children and moms and dads oh,
Yep.
my little girl really wants to see this, or my gay son. He doesn't know he's gay yet, but we assume he's gay because he likes Ariana Grande. So,
Or he wants to
kind
get
of
laid
shit.
by her, which makes him not gay.
So, too soon. But, yes, that just pissed me off. They're targeting fucking children and families.
Yeah, it seems like almost on purpose, yeah?
Yes.
I see terrorists should be deported into the sea. Just put them right out there, right? I think we did that once already, and then we called it Australia.
Which is funny now, because they don't allow prisoners into their country. Go figure.
That's funny. That's funny, though. No, I took a stab at one of my Australian friends right there.
Right. Anyway, Riff, I've got to take off, I'm afraid, but it's been a pleasure, my friends. JP Kills, a pleasure to meet you, my friends.
Indeed. Remember to subscribe to the Batcave, bro.
Yep,
Hang
already
out with
had
us.
you on that one. Done that already. But you guys have a good night. Take care. It's been a pleasure.
Be safe.
See you in a bit. Peace.
Oh, I
Take
got
care.
it. Later, bud.
Alright, it's all done by individual governments. They want us all to live in fear, yep. Ariana Grande is the first in the alphabet.
He was what a really nice guy.
Is that right? Yeah, T-Steve's cool shit.
Yeah.
Alright, so, matter of fact, I'm going to put him on my shout-out list really quick.
What?
I'm flying through this shout-out list so fast, man. I'm like Bone Thugs and Harmony, you know?
Gonna miss everybody. That hat really fucks up my laptop. But my laptop's already fucked up. On a regular screen, it looks really good, though. Is that an SOS?
On the list. Alright, so now I want to shift gears into what I've been talking about the last couple of times, man, with the Summer of Madness. It's coming up. You remember how I told you how the BLM and the Antifa are going to be gearing up and joining forces, and the BAM is an acronym that stands for By Any Means Necessary. They're going to be getting together on the 2nd and the 3rd of July to march against the American independence. Remember that. Remember I told you that. This will be the Summer
I
of Madness.
remember.
Now,
I remember.
a lot of this shit has been fueled to basically blow up. I mean, I'm not trying to spread fear, and I've already talked a lot about this stuff. I've explained who Antifa is in great deal on my channel. I've explained who BAM is, not in as good a deal as Antifa because they're a little bit newer to me. And I've also explained who funded and who started Black Lives Matter and what their agenda is and why we don't hear about them anymore. And they're going to be making their great comeback this summer as well. I have a lot of info on that. So anyways, I just want to shift gears to kind of get you to see with beyond reasonable doubt that a lot of the hate and violence has been fueled and radicalized by the regressive left or by the left democratical side, leaning left, whatever you want to call it, okay? That political spectrum that keeps spewing all this hate, all this like assassinate Trump, you know, kick the shit out of Trump supporters, you know. You got guys you got guys that literally are just showing love for their country by wearing a Make America Great Again, and they're actually getting shot at. So, I mean, whether you love Trump or not, that's just ridiculous. What does this guy have anything to do with you and how you feel and what you do on a day-to-day basis? The guy that's wearing a Make America Great Again hat, he doesn't sign your paychecks. He's not interfering in your work ethics. He has nothing to do with your life. I just don't understand why these types of things are happening. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because this is all the hate and this is all the violence that is being injected into these radical groups that plan on marching against our independence this July. So let's get into this.
Darth, what's your problem?
The New York Public Theater.
I do stay in my home. I hardly ever leave my home. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this shit doesn't happen around where we live, though, Darth. To be honest, I'm just into it because I'm a news hound. I'm nosy. I like to know shit. So we're gonna watch a little bit of Owen Sawyer, and he's gonna break down a lot of the different attacks that have been going on between the left and
Welcome to the InfoWars Nightly News. It's June 16th, 2017. I'm your host, Owen Schroyer. Here's what's on the news tonight.
I'm now back to being an activist citizen and part of the resistance.
I hate news. Cable is the devil.
Wants you to join the resistance.
Come see your boy Riff&Bat for the news. Fuck the cable.
Theory that President Donald Trump colluded with the Russians to keep her from winning the election.
Foreign affairs.
Senator Tim Kaine is excited about the public outcry against Donald Trump and says the Women's March was a good example.
Now, did you just hear that just a second ago? They're talking about Hillary Clinton's making her comeback. She started up this group called the Resistance, and their color is purple, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. Now, when we all got up off our asses, like saying me and some other people, middle class, business class, whatever, hard-working class, got up off our asses and voted for Trump, we were voting against Hillary. I'm not that crazy about Trump. Obviously, I spent almost 25 minutes shitting on him today. So I'm not crazy about Trump, but there's some things that I do like about him, and yeah, I voted for him and shit. But at the same time, I felt like I was voting against Hillary Clinton. I was voting against the establishment, and I was stopping something evil happening. That's what I truly believed. And now what's happening is Hillary Clinton is starting this group called the Resistance, and they're going to use that American movement called the Trump movement, I guess we'll call it, right? She's going to use the Trump movement and reverse it against us. And now she's going to say that she's the resistance battling the establishment, right? Because Trump's president. So now they're the establishment. We're the establishment. Guys like me who thought we were battling something come to find out it's going to be used against us now. And I'll explain that in better detail.
Of a grassroots movement, but now's the time for fighting in the streets. All that plus Hollywood sends a message to the president. I'd like to punch him in the face.
What was I supposed to do?
All that plus much more updates.
Swing that judgmental pendulum and tell me what you would do if it was on your court. Because personally, I thought I was doing the right thing.
The globalist social engineers are not just targeting us with propaganda, they are manipulating our genetics. We are being targeted at every level by estrogen mimickers that lower our testosterone and other hormones and natural compounds that the
Where were all the Bernie supporters when his election was stolen from him? Why didn't they march in the streets? How come they weren't pissed off? You want to know why? Because a lot of the Bernie supporters moved over to the Trump team after they saw what Hillary fucking did to Bernie.
Powerful organic herbs harvested around the planet and then concentrated for maximum potency. I've always believed in nutrition and herbs. Super male vitality was developed.
Who cares about super male vitality? Let's get on with the news, baby.
Take place over the course of about the last 12 months, about the last year. And you can see during the campaign, you can see the media is all happy. The Clinton supporters are all
I've never heard that, but that's for
Trump's hate, love and kindness. The election isn't rigged. You're just losing.
Riff, I'm about to take off the cow.
We remember all that. We remember the mainstream media telling
the mass. Nobody knows
the brainwashed masses, the hearsay mafia, that it was without a doubt going to be Hillary Clinton for the win. But now that the mainstream media is wrong and Trump is victorious, you can see that the left is in panic, the media is in panic, and now they want to riot, burn everything to the ground, blame Russia for everything, blame Comey, then say they like Comey, then blame Trump. Not my president, they won't accept the results, and many, many more of which we're going to go over now. So,
Hyena is a troll, is he?
First, I'm going to lay the groundwork as to why it is the left to blame for violence in the United States.
Hopefully I
Let's
can reach
start
these
with
trolls.
Tim
Teach them a
Kaine,
thing or two while they're
who
here.
called for fighting in the streets. Go ahead and roll that clip. We are so excited that the American public is energized to speak out against the abuses of this administration. Democratic senators led health care rallies, Save Our Health Care, on Martin Luther King Day in about 75 cities around the country, including Richmond. Tens of thousands of people rallied to save our health care. Then the Women's March.
I'm almost done with the
grassroots
section of this
grassroots to these orders. So the way we get outside those rules is we take advantage of this tremendous public outcry against the administration. What we've got to do is fight in Congress, fight in the courts, fight in the streets, fight online, fight at the ballot box, and fight in the streets. Fight in the streets. A quote from Tim Kaine, who says it's a grassroots uprising.
That's a good
BS.
It's a good website right there.
It's a deep state operation. So there's Tim Kaine calling for fights in the streets. Let's not forget, Hillary Clinton launches the Resistance PAC. Hillary Clinton, one of the deepest members of the government, the deepest members of the state, that was what she campaigned on, all of her experience.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Magically, she just becomes the resistance overnight. But the resistance, you must resist. We must resist this evil that is Donald Trump, they tell you. And it doesn't stop there. We even have leprechauns that have joined this movement.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Robert Reich. Now, this guy has multiple YouTube channels that he's doing videos on. One you can find all his videos on is Resistance is Fertile. And he's got hundreds of videos there.
Maybe, I guess, yeah.
He's got everybody covering his national resistance campaign to fight Trump's regime. Again, that phrase, resistance.
Resistance is futile.
And you can, again, here's another YouTube channel he has, Inequality Media, which is where you can find some of his liberal propaganda, his liberal nonsense. But let's roll a short clip of Robert the Third or the Fourth Reich from Berkeley University.
Number 2. March and demonstrate. The Women's March on
I made my
Washington
girlfriend
will be the day
sick, you
after the
guys.
inauguration. There should be system
Lady
marches
Rips is
throughout the
sick
country.
because of me.
Hence, monthly marches
More
against
resistance. Against hate.
lies and keep the message.
As we're shooting people, beating people up.
Number 3.
All right, that's enough for midget. So there's Robert, Fourth Reich. So far we got Tim Kaine, you've got Robert Reich, you've got Hillary Clinton. The resistance, fighting hate, fighting it in the streets, building up this animosity. We're only just beginning. Kathy Griffin, of course, Kathy Griffin. Everybody knows about Kathy Griffin and her infamous decapitated Trump head, one of the most disgusting, distasteful things you've ever seen from a member of the media. And there she is, holding up a decapitated Trump head, and then has the nerve to say that Trump broke her. No, sorry, Kathy Griffin, you were already clearly broke. So that's nice, Kathy Griffin showing a decapitated Trump head. How about...
Now, again, let's just stop it right there just for a second. Why am I showing you all this? Because, like I said, the radical groups called Antifa and BAM
What's up,
is an
Reptile?
acronym for By Any Means Necessary. And along with other groups, I'm pretty sure, I can't really prove it beyond doubt, so I don't want to talk too much about it just yet. But these groups plan on marching against the American independence on the 2nd and the 3rd. And they're putting in their 4chan websites. Maybe next week I'll actually put that up. I'll put up the 4chan websites where they're having their discussions on how they're going to, basically go about doing this shit. And they're talking about violence, guys. They're not talking about a peaceful protest and marching in the streets. They're talking about beating people up. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about Berkeley riots. They're talking about, getting physical. So that's why I want to talk a little bit about that. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because why wouldn't they want to get physical when they have all the support in the news, in the media, on the TV shows, all this hate that they're seeing in the cable? Gives them all the incentive to do it. They feel vindicated. Why not beat the shit out of somebody? If Kathy Griffin and, Jimmy Kimmel and all these people, say it's cool to do, let's go fight in the streets. Why not them? And these people are using that for fuel. And that's why I'm talking about a lot of this shit and why I'm putting it all together in a nice, neat little package so you can see all the hate in one little spot. And it's going to make you fucking scratch your chin a little bit. Like, wow, that's what a goddamn bit.
Snoop Doggy Dogg. He decides that he's going to put a image of him shooting a Trump lookalike in his music video. So that's Snoop Dogg now joining the party, pretending to shoot Donald Trump in his music video. Let's recall Madonna. Madonna gets out on the stage and says, yes, I have dreamed of blowing up the White House. And when this was brought to Elizabeth Warren's attention, the fake Indian, well, she didn't want to disavow that, did she? She went right along with that ride of wanting to blow up the White House. So now you got Madonna and Elizabeth Warren also on the list. How about
Another
Van Jones? My boy, Van, telling the public it's a white lash, instilling hate against white people because of the election results when people of every race, color, and creed voted for Trump. But it's not about that. It's about Van Jones spreading more hate because of the results of the election. Now, as we've said, the real blame belongs on the left, and we're starting to see that come down with people like Newt Gingrich. But it's not enough. We really need to hammer these points home. How about Mickey Rourke? Donald Trump rant that he went on, telling Trump that he can, well, I won't repeat it, threatening to beat him up with a baseball bat in what could only be assumed a drunken, drug-induced rant from Mickey Rourke. Truly pathetic. But there you go, just more of the left spewing violence. You got the New York Public Theater doing their Caesar play. Another example depicting an assassination of Donald Trump. And I'll just say this, the Caesar play is happening right now, and I've got a little inside source that there's going to be a little disruption tonight. Wait for that to hit the news, folks. Of course, I'll probably call it fake news, but yeah, you just wait and see. So the New York Public Theater, again, more depiction of Trump assassination, more depiction of hate, more stewing this violence, more promoting this civil war to go hot. Let's not forget the reaction to Trump Care. Trump Care could kill LGBTQ people. That's right. Remember what they were saying when they were trying to stop Obamacare and they are pushing a new health care plan? It's going to kill people. It goes on. Trump Care could kill an extra 50,000 people a year. Oh, it doesn't end there. The week killing Obamacare will literally kill people. Interesting. Just more hateful rhetoric spewed from the left against Donald Trump without any foundation. How about this from Alabama? It's going to kill people. Alabama protests Trump Care with dying. So what's going on? People buying into the fake news, saying that Trump Care is going to kill people, and then protesting it. This is how the fake news cycle works. This is how it's the left responsible for spewing this hate and for starting this violence. How about Black Lives Matter? Anti-Trump protest in Seattle. We need to start killing people. Black Lives Matter is yet to be labeled as a terrorist group, despite people now being shot.
Smiker says I like Ted Nugent
Steve
videos.
Scalise, who gets shot at the GOP baseball practice. So you've got the left
little bit of a nutshell
spewing
as
all
far
this
as
hate,
conservatism goes.
spewing all this violence,
That's
lying
right.
about Trump, lying about the election results, trying to wind up all of the mindless minions of the left to hate and start getting violent in the streets. And now you've got one that shows up at the GOP baseball practice and shoots Steve Scalise. Luckily, that's all that happened.
That's right.
But there's been more, folks. We'll get back to Steve Scalise in a second. How about this? The next day, powder-filled letters with threatening notes shut down Georgia Republican neighborhood.
So now they're having to shut down neighborhoods because the left is threatening people with powder in mail. My goodness. How about this? Again, the next day, several shots fired at Trump.
Are you guys getting the point?
Excuse me, truck flying Make America Great Again flag.
Are you guys getting
So
the
now
point?
you got people just firing bullets.
Am I driving it down into the ground hard enough for you? These people have more than enough support for their hate and their rage and their anger. I mean, you got Snoop Doggy Dogg, you got Kathy Griffin, you got Jimmy Kimmel, you got Jimmy Fallon, you got Conan O'Brien, you got Kevin Hart,
Oh yeah,
you got Ice
they'll
Cube,
make
you got
everybody
Mickey
into
Rourke,
fucking
you got
zombies.
Jim Carrey, you got Sarah Silverman, you got Madonna. All these people are spewing all this hate onto the social media that have all this influence and shit, and they have more than enough reason to go out and beat the shit out of everybody, to the point where they're actually planning to do it on the 2nd and the 3rd. They're going to march against the independence of America. And so, again, they're calling for violence. This isn't a march. This isn't no protest. They're not sharing their voices. They plan on beating people up. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Now, let's shift the gears a little bit.
Shifting the gears, I'm going to end my stream, buddy.
Okay.
So, I'll be on there. Peace out, everybody. Mad love. Riff.
See you later, JP.
Everybody else. Yeah.